Howdy, this is Derek Henry with XLEV8 Consulting, and in this how-to video we're going to walk through a macro called Bulk Filter. Now the reason you might want to do this is if you have a file with a whole bunch of sheets, maybe it's something you download where it splits out different locations or different regions or cost centers or something on each sheet. You'll see an example of that in just a moment. This is going to let you apply filters in bulk, whether it's the exact same type of filter for each of those sheets, if they're structurally the same, or if you just apply different filters across different sheets in completely different ways. This gives you a way to do it in bulk and re-leverage that effort over and over again, which is the way that we try to think. Think once, apply often, refine when you need to. So the way that you're going to run this, using the macro search box, you can type bulk filter or some part of it, and it's going to create a settings sheet called bulk filter. If it does not find it in your active file, just like all the other settings sheet based macros, it's going to create that sheet for you if it doesn't find it. So you'll fill this in, and then when you run it again, it will process it. Now I've already done that, so you don't have to watch me fill this in. So we're going to use this file here, and just like I mentioned a moment ago, all of these sheets in this particular file are structurally the same, right? So you're just seeing different values, but they have the same columns and the same rows. It's just different locations or groups of those locations aggregated up. So what I often did in the past is when we were looking through something like this, we're looking through things that didn't look right. So we would run this report. It would spit out in this format with all these different locations on different sheets, and we wanted to filter to the things that were 0 or below 0, because everything should be showing as a positive amount. If it wasn't, that means something was either wrong or we had to correct something or a reversal, and maybe we wanted to make sure that was right. So what I've done here is listed out all of the sheets, right? So you could use the table of contents macro to do that. This does require range names for the part that needs to be filtered. To do that very quickly, you could use the bulk edit range names macro. That would help do that very quickly. And then you're going to say, what column do we want to adjust? In this case, it's all the same. Do you want to clear any existing filters? Normally people put yes there, but you don't have to. What is your filter criteria? So you do want to enter this as either a word or an operator with a value. So in this case, less than or equal to 0 is what we're going to use for the criteria. If you're using just one criteria, that's fine, you just use that. If you're using two, you can say this one and or this one. And then if you wanted to have a list, like we're going to refer to locations 8701 and 8703 and all the, maybe a list of 5 or 6, you can put those in here, and it tells you how to do that right here. Okay, so it walks you through what's required and what's not. These first few fields are required, clear or not. And or is optional if you're going to have more than one criteria. So notice these are blank, and you can elect to show or hide the arrows. Some people, they don't like the arrows to be there because it's distracting. Others like it because it's a quick way to then adjust the filter. So once you fill this out, just run bulk filter again and it'll process it. Okay, so it's going to loop through every single sheet in this file and turn on auto filter if it's not already turned on. It's going to apply any of the settings that we have said, so any of the criteria, whether there's the one criteria, whether there's two, there could be a whole bunch of them if you're going to filter between different values within a column. Hide the arrows, show them if that's something you want to adjust, and then it's done. Now that might take you several minutes to do manually. It might be something that takes so long you wouldn't even do it, but this is going to do it for you in a matter of seconds. So if we go in here and look, on this first sheet here, it's filtered everything to 0 or below. Notice it's just showing the zeros. Same thing with every other sheet in the file, right? Now that's something that's going to help you do a review a lot quicker if you do it that way. One other point about how this works, if you have done a lot of work manually and you're like, we have all these sheets in here and we like what we've done with the filtering and you want to be able to apply that again and again, once you've done that, then apply bulk filter. Now notice when I ran it in that blank workbook, it didn't do anything, it just created the sheet. If you already have filters applied in here, then what it's going to do is prompt you to say, hey, do you want to save those? So I'll give you an example here. If we remove this sheet, see how we have filters applied, okay? And we're going to run it again, run bulk filter again. Remember, there's no sheet in here that says this, right? It's going to add it for us. it's going to prompt you. It says, do you want to populate that bulk filter sheet with any of the filters you have in place? If so, click yes. And it will build those out, not just a list of the sheets. It will say, here's all the filters you have applied so that you can reuse them. Just like we did, right? So you see how that's added it for us with the criteria that we had in place. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, that is how it works. When you're doing a lot of filtering with a lot of sheets in the same file, that can help you save a lot of time. So thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.